Hello, YouTube. There we are. Oh, my tripod's falling off the table. Let's just fix that issue right away. Okay, hello. I am live in the Facebook support group. I am also live here on YouTube. So those of you in YouTube, welcome. So happy to have you. Here, the dog is here as well. Can you say hello? Say hello. Hello. Yes, say hello. Okay, we're done saying hello with you. Okay, go away. Okay, go away now. Today we are going to be talking about social media. New Hampshire. Welcome, Amanda. We are going to be talking all about social media, and you guys are probably like, Jackie, you talk about social media a lot. Vicky, I have not read your messages yet. I will get to your messages. I haven't read them yet. I will. A lot of you are probably like, what the heck, Jackie? Oh, it's a cat. I think he just freaked out about the cat. You guys are probably like, Jackie, you talk about social media a lot. Why do you talk about social media so much? Well, because social media is really the way that I have built my business, because I was in a position where I didn't really have Texas. Yay, I love my Texas team. I didn't really have too much of an opportunity to, I still don't do a whole lot of home parties, as much as I love home parties. I just don't have a whole lot of my customer base who are interested or are local to me. A lot of my customer base, you'll see the dog and the cat walking back there, are really spread out across the US and in Canada. I've got some Canada customers as well. And one Canada team member, another Amanda from Canada. And so I really am spread out a lot. And so a lot of that, because of that, really revolved around social media. How am I going to talk to these people that, for one, I've never met, and for two, I can't just like be like, hey, I'm going to pop over, or you want to come look at my bars, or do you want to come sniff my testers at Starbucks, right? Those are people that I can't necessarily just go and do that, although I would love to. So I had to really kind of figure out what I was going to do about that. It was a very big puzzle for me to figure out. And that puzzle really kind of started with YouTube, to be completely honest. So YouTube. It started with YouTube. It started, and this was before. I know they do a version of it now, but years ago, and if you watch older videos of mine, I apologize, first of all. But thank you for your patience, for sticking with me through all of the boring videos, the long videos, the bad lighting videos. I mean, trust me, y'all, this life was not perfectly curated, okay? But it all started with Google Hangouts, and I would go live. And really what I was doing was going live once a week and talking about my business and what I was doing in it. And it was really more of an accountability for me. But the backside of the accountability, thank you, Vicky. The backside of having that accountability was the fact that I was starting to reach people that, again, were not in my backyard. Right? I was starting to reach a new audience, because I myself back then, and even now today, there are people that I follow on YouTube, right, that inspire me, that motivate me, and give me inspiration, give me some great ideas where I can tweak it, make it my own, right? I can really learn from those things. And sometimes when you need to be taken to church, one second, that is my husband. If you need to be taken to church, or sometimes we need to be taken to church, right? We need that talk, right? We need that kick in the pants to say, get up and do this, right? Or do something, right? Just do something. And so there's people that I will reach out to and watch. And that's really kind of what inspired me, was that I was searching for those people. And back when I first started in 2012, and when I really started like watching YouTube and really trying to figure out what I was going to do, if this was going to be able to be a business for me, because again, I didn't have the home party customer base, right? Or the event customer base. What am I going to do? Is this going to work? I started reaching out on YouTube and searching. Ohio! You like the olden? Oh, thank you. Some of them are rather funny. Really funny to me. But I really wanted to, because I felt so out of touch. I kind of, I don't want to say I grew up, but I grew up with the concept in my mind that yes, we're a party planning business, right? We are a party home-based business. When it all came down to it, direct sales, it's, you know, not just Scentsy, but other companies as well, right? That's what you're born to do when you join this business. And it was so ingrained in me that if I didn't do that, I was not going to succeed. And so I had to figure it out. And I only found a handful of resources at the time. And I was getting discouraged. And I was quite very literally, like at midnight, I was going to go inactive the next day kind of thing. Where it was like, oh, all right, fine. I'll put this party order in and I'll stay active. I have been there because there were times that I just wanted to throw it all away because I truly thought that I was not good enough. I was not doing this right. And I decided I was not going to let anybody else feel that way. So that's truly the other side of the coin. So the first side was being accountable for my business. What am I doing? It made me work my business. The other side was I need to inspire other people to let them know that they too can do this business, even if you don't do home parties or events, both, right? So that's really how it started. And obviously since then, those of you who have been watching the older videos, I've grown, right? I've grown. I've learned a lot of things. I've gotten a lot more comfortable. And let me tell you that I am so glad I did not throw in the towel. I am so glad I did not quit. I am so glad that I stuck with it and that I said, I'm going to figure out a way to do this. Because otherwise I wouldn't be in the position that I am in today. I wouldn't be able to do the things that I am today with my family. Yesterday we got paid early from Scentsy. Guys, this business is fantastic, okay? It's fantastic. And being able to have this opportunity is huge. So I am very thankful every single month for my business. And a lot of that has to do with social media. So how are we going to boss up? How are we going to do this? A boss up, right? What are we going to do here? So I know I did in the team page. I don't think I did it in the YouTube description, but in the team page, basically I was talking about the different platforms that we use, right? So everything, and I think I left out Facebook, but Facebook kind of goes without saying. Facebook, Instagram, which happens to be my favorite. I personally love Instagram. Pinterest, Twitter, YouTube, right? These are really the more popular ones, and a little bit of Snapchat. And some of y'all might think that I'm a little crazy for that, but there is a method to the madness. So not to say that there aren't other platforms, which there are. These are just more of the ones that get you the most FaceTime, so to speak, really, right? With potential customers and or potential team members, okay? These are the ones that are really going to get them. Thank you so much, Karina. Thank you from Indiana. That's so amazing. Thank you. I like to have fun. And I think that when it comes to social media, the very first rule, and you've probably heard it before, right, is being authentic, be yourself. If you are silly, I'm silly. I am just a silly person. And I have this sarcastic sense of humor. Sometimes I will literally crack myself up when I'm scrolling through Pinterest or something, right? I'll get on a kick and I'll start watching these memes or whatever. And I will start showing my husband, who's like, what is even funny about that? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I just laughed for 15 minutes about this. What do you not see that's funny? So there's some things that people find more interesting than others. The same thing can be said for Scentsy, right? There's a scent for every person. There's a warmer for every person. Not all of us who are Scentsy consultants love every single scent. Not all of us who are Scentsy consultants love every single warmer, right? Hello, right? There is something for everybody. And the same thing goes when you're putting yourself out there on social media. And the first thing that people try and do, they try and do it, and you know who those people are, right? Are those people who are, right? It's only the highlight reel. That's all you see. It's very serious. It's very curated. Okay? Not to say that it's not great for being curated. Another Ohio, yay! Brenda, thank you, welcome. It's not that it's not good to be curated, because it can be, and it works for some people, and that is fantastic if that's more of like the box that you fit in. I kind of fit in a whole bunch of different boxes. The majority of my earlier videos, when Little Miss was younger and was always home, yeah, that was fun. Y'all with who are moms know this, right? And you may not have that 15-20 minutes to make a short video or to go live on Facebook or whatever, because you're like, oh my gosh, my kids are there and they're going to go crazy. Okay, yes, there are some videos, if you look back in the YouTube, there are some videos where Little Miss just went nuts, right? She was either in my hair, or she was crawling all over me, or she would literally try and take over the video, right? A lot of those videos I would actually start, that's why I originally started editing, because I had to, right? I had to, because especially when she was younger and she would be all up in my business, there were times when I would have to stop and be like, seriously, Madison, you need to stop. Mommy is working, right? She had no idea what I was talking about. Mommy is working. I need you to just go play for 5 more minutes. So that's actually why, truth be told, why I started editing videos, right? Because there were some times where she just got so crazy. I just literally was like, I've got to be able to cut this out. Nobody wants to see me like disciplining my child, okay? That's not what they're here for. This is not a mommy splains video, right? That's not what this is. So that's originally why I started editing, and I really just started, I literally learned just by doing. That's how I learned, was by doing. But a lot of those videos with Madison, it really was truly my life. It was my real life, right? Madison crawling all over the back of me was my real life when I tried to open a box. So I was like, why do I hide this? Other people have kids. I can't be the only mom doing this business. I knew I wasn't the only mom doing this business, right? And I wanted to be able to show that, yeah, just because your kids are crawling all over you, just because they're trying to get all in front of the camera, right? They're trying to do all the things. It's okay. Because we can all relate. Those of us who are mothers, or even if we're not mothers, right? We can relate. We're like, oh my gosh, you got your hands full, right? I still will do that to mothers that I see in the store. Pennsylvania, whoop, whoop. Mothers that I see in the store. She made it cute and relatable, Heather said. She did, right? Because you were able to relate to that. But I still, to this day, I see mothers in the store like struggling with their toddlers and their younger ones, right? And it's just like, there's days when I just walk over and I'm just like, may the force be with you. You can do this. Right? We've all been there. We know what those moments are like. Where we're just like, oh, you're killing me, Smalls. So you have to be able to embrace that. So if that's your life, right? A lot of the times too, even if I didn't have Madison in my videos, it was the cats. Oh my gosh. And still to this day, in fact, I think I was on a live, was it last week, the week before? I don't know, sometimes the videos all run together. But there was a video I did, and poor Amanda was watching my Frontline from Canada, and she was like, your cat in the background is making my cat go crazy, right? We can't control the stuff in the background a lot of times, right? That's real, that's authentic, that's, hey, this is my life. Welcome to it in all of its glory, right? This is what we need to embrace when it comes to social media, because again, like Heather just said, that's what people relate to. And when people relate to you, It's the big like, know, and trust factor, right? When they like you, when they know you, when they trust you, they will start to be your customers. They could very well start to become your team members, right? Because it's somebody you can relate to, you can trust them, you know they're not just blowing smoke, right? They're real. And those are the people you can relate to. So when it comes to social media, I want you to be real. I want you to be real. Yes, it's nice to put some makeup on, maybe do that like right? Like I got the messy bun here. This is not a curated hairstyle, right? This is total messy bun, right? Sometimes it looks cuter than others. Right now it's actually not bad. Not bad. But that's not all the time, right? Okay, I don't do every single video with makeup on. I just do my makeup because I'm getting ready for the day, right? When my husband gets home, we're gonna go to lunch. And then there's the laundry. Did y'all hear that beep? That's the buzzer I hear in my nightmares. Laundry. I gotta take that load out, fold it so I can get the towels in. Okay. Anyway, how did that tell you found me? Oh my, I don't know what it is about this room, but it strikes up my allergies. I apologize if I'm all stuffy. I feel myself stuffy right now. I'm always cute. Don't trust me. You have not seen me roll out of bed in the morning. My husband still loves me though, right? Because they love you because you're authentic, right? They can wake up next to you and smell your morning breath, right? I'm not going to make y'all smell my morning breath. Thank goodness we can't do that. But at the same time, right? If the kids are crawling all over you, but you really want to show off this warmer that you just got in, show off the warmer you just got in. Let the kids climb all over you by all means. And there have been some videos. There have been videos, which I'd have to look back and try and remember which ones they are. But there have been videos where I've had Madison, especially more when she was younger. Now she kind of has her own little, she watches a ton of YouTube. Not me, but she watches a ton of people on YouTube. And so she has her own little YouTube rhythm. But there are times where she has been there and we've smelled a scent and she's like, ew, right? Or she doesn't get the warmer, she doesn't understand what's happening, whatever it was, right? Is that necessarily the reaction that I wanted my customers to see? No. But was it a real reaction? Yes. They're kids, right? So it can be cute. It can be relatable, right? My kid thinks that this one stinks. I love it, but they think it stinks, right? Totally. Have your mom moments or have your animal moments if it's with the cats or the dogs, right? Have the cat or the dog around when you're opening the stuff, right? Have you all not seen the thousands of cat and dog videos on YouTube or even America's Funniest Home Videos? Those things are popular. People watch them, they go viral, right? Why not incorporate it? Because the whole point when you're trying to do social media marketing, not only will I stress to be authentic when you're doing your marketing, to be you, to be real, whatever it is that is your life, right? They pay more attention to the videos when you don't wear makeup. Exactly, right? Because they can relate. They're like, yeah, I'm sitting here watching you without any makeup on and my hair's all and I'm still slowly drinking my coffee, right? They can relate, right? You're that person. They're like, oh gosh, she totally gets me. That's why. That's why. And in your mind, you're like, oh, I do not look pretty. I do not look cute. Why does somebody think that this is cute? Because this is not cute. This is scary. But people relate to it, and that's why they begin to follow you. That's why they begin to like, know, and trust you. And the same thing when it comes to social media is, what do you look for in social media, right? What do you look for? When you get on Pinterest, when you get on Twitter, if you get on Snapchat, if most of us nowadays scroll Facebook at least once a day, I really don't do too much on Facebook. I've talked about it before because it can be very drama filled and I'm not about drama. I ain't got time for drama. I got business and I got family to take care of, right? So I don't want the drama. But there are things that you will find that you are drawn to. So kind of work those things in that make you, right? If you like funny videos, if you like the funny cat and dog videos, right? Bring your cats and your dogs into it. I know Vicky, who was on YouTube, if she still is, Vicky will do Snapchat fun filters with her kitty cats. And they're so stinking cute, right? They're so stinking cute. So she is able to capture an audience of people who love their cats as much as she loves hers and are having fun with her cats, right? Who may not even be interested in Scentsy, but they catch it because they see her cute cats. She's there. Yeah, she knows what I'm talking about, right? Because she's able to capture that audience and they start to follow her because they start to look for those cats, right? With the fun filters. And I'm like, oh my gosh, those are adorable. Does that mean that every single one of her customers loves the cats? Probably not, but that's not to say that it doesn't catch their attention. There's Marley, one of my cats in the background. She cries for some reason. You have to find ways to relate to people. We are in really what it boils down to is a relationship building business. So when you're looking to put something out there on social media, I want you to put just a little bit more thought behind it because that's how we're going to boss up with our social media. That's what I mean by bossing up, right? We can all do mindless social media all day long, right? I can sit here and take a picture of my Starbucks cup, caffeinated, right? Right? And I can post that. That's a, okay. Mindless. Is it going to sell me Scentsy? Probably not. But if I'm really looking to incorporate Scentsy into it, how can I work that around? I'm going to get caffeinated and I'm going to put some orders in on my Scentsy business. Local order going in. Is that maybe bossing it up a little bit? Yeah. Right? Because you're talking about your lifestyle. Again, people can relate to you caffeinating, right? In one form or another, whether it's coffee, whether it's, this actually happens to be Sprite, but you get the drift, right? They can relate to that. Yeah, I got to get caffeinated too before I start my day. So you can find ways to just boss up the social media level. And at the same time, you're not shoving your product down their face, right? I really encourage you guys to get away. The flyers are great. Flyers are wonderful and they serve a really great purpose. But when you are honestly trying to build an audience when it comes to social media, whether it's video, whether it's pictures on Instagram or Twitter or Pinterest or whatever, you really want to be more authentic. So that may be taking pictures of the stuff in your house. That may be when you get the new warmer and you open it, right? Whether that's, you could do it in video or you could just take a picture of you literally maybe opening the box. Get creative. Get creative and get out of the habit of always trying to rely on those flyers. Because why? Because people find that it's more relatable when they can see it in your house, when they can see it in your world, in your surroundings. That's where they're like, oh, look, it's there, right? I took a picture of a bottle of dish soap last week or earlier this week, whenever it was, right? Because I was doing the dishes and I was cleaning my pots and I was like, oh gosh. And I'm using, I bought a couple bottles of Driftwood Bay scent in the dish soap. I really love it. But I was using it and of course I'm smelling it, which I'd love to be able to do right now. For some reason, my allergies are killing me in this room. But I was doing the dishes and I was smelling it and I was like, oh gosh, I love this scent, right? And it immediately was like, oh, as soon as I finish this, I'm gonna put this on the counter and I'm taking a picture of it. So what did I do? I finished the dishes, wiped the counter down, put the bottle, turned the bottle so it was facing towards the camera, took a picture, boom. Moms unite. Who doesn't like a clean kitchen, right? That was my post. Okay? It was because it just reminded me, I'm using this. I need to remind other people that this is here. That's how you boss it up, right? Again, you're not being like, hey, buy a dish soap from me today. That's not what I did. I talked about it in my life and what I like about it. So find a way to boss it up. Literally, turn up the volume on that post, whatever it is. And again, integrate it into your life. I can't say that enough. If you guys are not using the products, you need to use the products. And Pinterest, my friends, for those of you who are on Pinterest, you know what I'm talking about. People can scroll Pinterest for hours. I'm going to raise both my hands because I am guilty. Guilty as charged. I have spent hours stuck on Pinterest for not even necessarily looking for anything, just scrolling. It's a rabbit hole, people. I can't do that on Facebook anymore because of all the drama. But Pinterest, I can get lost in forever, right? I can look at all of my fangirling fantasies, right? Food or photography or kids or baking or keto recipes that I'm looking for, or ways to decorate my house for Christmas, right? Like I can do all of these things. Have you ever searched for Scentsy on Pinterest? I will tell you the most popular thing that I find on Pinterest when it comes to Scentsy is flyers. Which is a very unnecessary. I'm telling you guys, I urge you to steer away from the flyers used. If you want to use one here or there, use one here or there, but don't make it your sole marketing campaign, because a flyer is not relatable. It just isn't. Is it fun to do? Is it fun to create them? Yes. Heck yes, it is. I would spend hours just creating flyers, right? But did I really get people's attention with those flyers? Not as much as when I was actually posting what I was loving or what I'm using in my house or opening the new product or Madison curling all over my shoulder, right? That got more interest than that flyer did, and I'd spend hours doing that flyer. Let's see here. I'm going to pull up Pinterest right now, and I'm going to show you. Well, I would say show you, but I can't. I'm not screen sharing. I'm just going to pull up my own Pinterest. Oh my gosh, I wish I could breathe. All right, my pens. Monthly viewers of my Pinterest. There's my Pinterest board. If you're 1.8 thousand. 41.8 thousand. Do I know 41.8 thousand people? Are they on my mailing list? Are they in my VIP club? Hey, Mary Ellie. No, they're not, right? They are finding me on Pinterest. I have 1.4 thousand followers. Impressions. The number of times your pens were seen in the last 90 days. That's what an impression is on Pinterest. 218,000. Those are my pens. Those are pens that I have uploaded to Pinterest. That's you taking a picture and uploading it to Pinterest, okay? And I always make sure that I put a link either to my Scentsy website. Sometimes it's to my Instagram. Sometimes it might be to my fan page on Facebook. It depends on what the picture is, really, is what it all boils down to. Okay? 218,000. Am I telling you that to brag? No, I'm not saying that to brag. Not at all. So, hey, Mike. Not at all. What I'm telling you is that's a way to market to people that you don't already know. Do I know those people? Nope. But are they looking at my stuff? Yes. And another way that I can track that when I dig deeper into that, because I actually have, I do a business profile on Pinterest, and I can click on my analytics here. Oh my gosh, I wish I could breathe better. Engagements and this is just the last 90 days. The date range is the last 90 days. So this goes from September 11th all the way to today, or yesterday actually, Monday, December 9th. Engagements, 9.36 thousand. That's literally over 9,000 engagements. What is an engagement on Pinterest? An engagement means they clicked the pen, right? Or they tapped the pen, which took them to the website linked to that pen. So maybe it was my Scentsy website, right? Maybe it was my Facebook fan page. Maybe it was my Instagram. And now they're following me there, or they're following me on my fan page, or they decided to look through the catalog on my Scentsy website, right? Do you guys ever get random, what we call random PWS orders? I don't really consider them random, because could they have looked me up on the consultant locator? Probably, and some do, right? give or take the consultant locator. I won't get into that whole ordeal, but there's pros and cons to that. So I don't necessarily rely on the consultant locator, but what I do rely on, and again, I can dig deeper, because I actually have my Scentsy website. I use the analytics on the Scentsy website to tell me when people click on the meltingpot.scentsy.us, where are they coming from? Are they coming from Facebook? And it will tell me in my Google Analytics at the end of every month. That sends me a report, right? And it tells me they either came from Facebook or they were unique, which means they literally typed in my address. So they didn't come to me from Facebook. They weren't on Facebook, saw my link and clicked on it, right? Or they weren't on Twitter and saw my link and clicked on it, right? So I can see where people are coming from. And I will tell you the top 2 places that people come from are Facebook and Pinterest. Facebook and Pinterest. Those are the top 2 engagement sources that I have for my Scentsy website. So it's people who do those random PWS orders that come in. They're not really random because I'm actually working. That means I'm doing my marketing correctly, okay? That means that I'm being authentic in other places outside of just Facebook. Really push yourself to be more authentic in other places, because just because you don't hang out there a whole lot doesn't mean that other people don't. I really try and make sure that I've got exposure on Twitter, I've got some exposure on Pinterest, I've got exposure on Instagram, I've got exposure on Facebook, right? Because that's where people are coming from. They're looking at all different places, and that's how they're finding me. And it may be all because I showed that picture of my dish soap on my counter after I finished doing the dishes. Because maybe they're sitting there like, I had no idea Scentsy had dish soap. Huh. That sounds awesome. Right? Wyoming. Hello, Dala. How are you, my dear? So, right? There's other ways to get attention. So I really want you guys to focus on bossing it up. Boss it up one level. Boss it up one level. Be more intentional. Stay authentic. Stay authentic. Be more intentional. And really try and put your presence out there. Again, when you're posting on social media, and I try to say, try to not be negative on social media, because yes, people are watching. You guys have heard all of this before. If not from me, hopefully if I'm not your sponsor or director, then hopefully from them or from other people on YouTube, right? Please tell me that you've heard this before. Because what happens? People see you complaining all the time. They begin to not like you as much. They begin not to trust you as much. They begin not to know you as much, right? Unfollow. That's what happens, right? They literally are like inching out the door on you is what they're doing. Okay. that's truly what's happening when you get very negative on social media. They're literally inching out the door. You love my earrings? Oh, thank you. I got them at a local holiday shop from another local vendor. I wish I was creative enough to make those things. I could probably make those and be awesome at it in another life. So there's ways to still be able to be positive. So even if you're feeling negative, just don't post it. Just don't post it. Pull up the note section on your phone and make a note and be like, I am so sick of the way people park in the parking lot. It's driving me insane. Post it there on your phone. Don't post it on social media. There's my PSA. Try not to be negative, because like I said, people will inch out the door on you, and that's not what you want. That's not what you want, right? You don't want people to remember you for always complaining about something. It's not what you want to be known for. You want to be known for the person who always has her kids involved, right? Or the dogs or the cats, or fill in the blank, right? What are you known for? What makes you you? What is something you enjoy? What's part of your life? Are you into crafting? Are you into scrapbooking? Are you into bullet journaling? Are you into graphics? Are you into video games, right? Trust me, y'all. My husband plays a lot of Xbox. And I can go out to the Xbox and I can even take a picture of him sitting there with the controller in his hand because it's glued there, right? But what's right next to him? A Scentsy warmer. What's right next to the Xbox? A Scentsy warmer. What's in the Scentsy warmer? Ba-boom. Ba-boom. Right? I can make a post out of that. Or I can be like, oh, look, it's my husband in his own native state. We're all about stuff. Boss it up just a little. Boss it up a notch. And then the thing is, you can't just boss it up once and be like, boom, did that now. Now I'm going to wait for all of the fans to come a-running. No, we have to consistently do it too. Okay, so that's the end of the equation there. So not only do you have to be authentic, Star Wars is life. Not only do you have to be authentic, not only do you need to boss it up, but then you need to be consistent in doing that. And then, yes, they're gonna come a-running. Because then what happens? They begin to like you, know you, trust you. They start to follow you. Then they're following you on Instagram, and then they're looking for you on Pinterest, right? Why? And because you're also integrating Scentsy, caffeinating up while warming my Scentsy wax, right? And they start to follow you because you're integrating it all into your life. And they can relate to your life with or without the makeup. Right? With or without the kids, with or without the cats. That's how they get connected to you, but then they're going to start to relate to you. And you're going to build those relationships. Make sense? I hope so. All right. Thank y'all for joining me today. Another lovely Tuesday training. Bossing up some social media. I'm very interested to see what y'all can do. What did I say I was going to do? The struggle is real around the holiday season. That is so real. So much to do and so little time. I believe next week, did I have it on the agenda for next week? I think so. Yeah, so next week we're going to talk about sponsoring and building a team. So now that we've kind of built the foundation with our social media, first we built the foundation with getting active every month, right? We talked about that last week. This week we talked about bossing up the social media level. Next week we're going to integrate into sponsoring and building a team from those other two things, right? So if you miss those other videos, go ahead and rewatch those. Getting active every month. Today was social media. Next week, we're going to incorporate the sponsoring and building a team. And that's probably how we're going to round out the year. Because then the Tuesdays after that is, I want to say, isn't it Christmas Eve or something, or the day before? And then after that is New Year's. So I probably won't be doing those Tuesday trainings, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to be doing videos or something, right, in the middle of it all. So, and of course for team, you know how to get a hold of me, you know. All right, I'm going to wait for my husband to get home. We're going to go have some lunch together before the little miss gets home. And then I'm super excited because my Star Wars order arrived today. It is literally sitting out there in a box, and I'm waiting for my husband to open it with me. So we'll probably go live, or at least a video probably go live. I don't know. My husband's probably gonna be like, I'm not going live. Whatever. Anyway, so we'll still watch it and talk about it though. So there we go. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank y'all for joining me. Bye.